In 2023, we took a Viking Mediterranean Italian Sojourn cruise. It started in Barcelona, Spain to Sète and Marseille, France, Monaco, then we hit Florence, Pisa, Rome, Naples, Pompeii, Messina, Sicily, Crotone and Bari, Italy, Sabinik, Croatia, ending in Venice, Italy. While we stayed in Barcelona prior to the official tour starting, we went to Park Güell, if I am saying that correctly. To say this is a strange place doesn't do it justice. It's sort of like a Disneyland nightmare without the rides. Park Güell is a privatized park system composed of gardens and architectural elements located on Carmel Hill in Barcelona. A lot of the brochures say this is a magical park with amazing buildings. Well, yeah, but it's a bit more than that. It was designed by Antoni Gaudí, who was considered Catalonia's greatest representation of modernism, whatever that means. But this is the same guy who designed the Sagrada Familia. And this place is just as bizarre. Don't get me wrong, it is certainly entertaining. It's very interesting, it's unusual, it's a treat for the eyes. But you feel it was designed for a cartoon village and not necessarily for people. The initial project was started in 1900 and was originally planned as a private residential area for the affluent Catalan families. I think if anyone actually lived there, it would have given them nightmares. But by 1914, they gave up on that plan and it was opened as a park in 1926. There was a house built there, but it was turned into a school. Buildings are in and out of natural settings, and I mean by that the architecture is actually part of the landscape. It sort of grows out of it, and some of it's actually part of it. As you walk around, you need to watch your step. You never know when you're walking into a angled area or walking on something that is straight. But it is indeed an interesting place. It's a place that even Alice on pills would question her senses. There are no Cheshire cats here, but there are birds and statues of lizards and frogs and a bunch of other things throughout the park. One of the things that has always amazed me about us humans is people who are considered geniuses or eccentric or just have bizarre imaginations. Some of them are ostracized by those around them, some become accepted and famous after their deaths, and some never. But then there are some people like Gaudi who are not just accepted and admired, but people want to be associated with them. They are successful during their lifetime and their eccentricities are celebrated. I've always wondered, what is the spark that makes one an outcast and one a hero? This was a fun place to go to, but you need to buy tickets online. You can't get into the residence that is there without buying additional tickets, but you need internet access and they take no cash or cards while you're there. At the end of the tour, you go down these grand stairs and come up to a fantasy house that looks like a cross between a mushroom and a gingerbread house. The only normal part of being here was I saw a bunch of guys on a roof across the street cooking up a few sausages. We waved at each other and they invited us over. Of course, we didn't go. We had other things to do. As I said in my closing comment in the Sagrada Familia video, you have to decide for yourself if the designer was truly an eccentric genius or just a very fortunate crazy person. When the 16th century Verona painter Paolo Veronese was hauled in front of the Inquisition because they thought one of his paintings of the Last Supper, which included dwarfs, jesters, and drunken German mercenaries, was inappropriate, he replied in his defense, "We painters use the same license as poets and madmen." I think in Gaudi's case, it applies to architects too. All I can say is nothing in this park is straight, but it is a lot of fun.